Welcome to the Fortress of Solitude podcast. I'm your host, Sergio Pereira, and today I'll be flying solo, but I'm still excited to be flying solo here because I will be discussing one of the coolest series around, The Boys. Now, we are 3 seasons into the series, and man, this is one of the funniest, most entertaining shows on TV right now. And it's purely because it is a good parody of, superheroes and the whole comic book genre. So that they've done it in a really nice way, which they've positioned the superheroes to obviously be a little bit more shady, and it shows the other side of what can go wrong when we basically trust in these people that are supposed to save us and do good with their powers, but they don't actually behave like villains. And obviously, we have to discuss Homelander, who is the ultimate bad guy and the ultimate sort of parody of bad Superman. But yeah. Season 3 of The Boys, picks up after the events of what happened in Season 2. So now we can see Victoria Newman. She was one of the characters introduced in Season 2. She revealed herself at the end of the season to have some powers and to not be exactly who she said she was. And, she's got some close ties to Vought there, and that is something that gets explored in the first three episodes of Season 3. And at the same time, there's also the whole conundrum of Huey is working for her. And the reason why Huey decided to work with her is because he feels that he can make a difference. But what happens if Huey finds out that Victoria is not who she said she is? That is something that's going to be discussed in the season, and it should be revealed a little bit later. But I don't want to delve into too many spoilers here about that. But there are like a couple interesting sub-threads that we need to just untangle a little bit here. The other one is the case of Ryan. Introduced, that was the son of Butcher's wife and Homelander, and obviously what happened to her, she's no longer around. So Butcher has to look after Ryan. But we still have Homelander, who wants to have access to his son, and that psychopath should not be near anyone, basically. He should be locked up in a cell and not be allowed near children or humans or anybody else. He just needs to be locked away because he is completely and utterly insane. And that's a good thing about the season as well. Homelander takes it to another level. If you think that you've seen everything, if you think you've seen how deranged this guy really is, I promise you, you haven't seen anything yet. Also, we need to wrap up the story thread between Homeland and Stormfront, because that was a major, major part of Season 2. And that gets wrapped up, I'd say, fairly quickly in Season 3 here. We get some conclusion in that sort of relationship there. And again, it shows just how utterly insane Homelander really is. But obviously, the main thing that people are talking about is introduction of Soldier Boy. Jensen Ackles playing Soldier Boy, which is another big character and part of a bigger overarching theme of Season 3, which is the character plays an important part. Now, I can tell you with all honesty that Soldier Boy doesn't play as much of a big role in the first couple episodes as we think that he might. There is some mention of him. We obviously do get a little bit of the background story of how he fits in here, but it's more in the background. He's kind of like looming over, which basically means by the time he does arrive on the show, it's going to be quite a big reveal. So the build up towards Soldier Boy, you'll understand without too many spoilers how he actually comes to be and why he is important to this arc, especially in dealing with Homelander. You guys will figure out eventually what this is all about. Again, no spoilers because I don't want to be that guy. But naturally, we need to talk about the violence because this is The Boys, and we know it's over the top and it's crazy. And let's just say that the first 3 episodes do not disappoint. There are some scenes here that will have your mouth just open because you cannot believe some of the things that you've seen. It's like specifically a certain scene with a termite. Yeah, that's... I don't want to spoil that. I can't go into it because I will be giving it away. But there is a scene there that it's almost unbelievable that they got away with filming this and making it happen. And that's agreed. Again, I think it's because it is on Amazon. It is on a streaming service. It doesn't have, it's not cable or network TV, so it doesn't have those restrictions. But still, it's crazy. And I think that's the thing about the series. It tries to push itself to other levels and areas that no one thought would ever be possible. It's completely out of this world what you do actually see. And it's kind of fun to see what they try and play around with, because obviously the violence is done in a way that it's so over the top that you can't really take it that seriously, which is kind of great, because I think some of the scenes could be really, really gruesome if the tone of the series was a little bit different. But again, The Boys doesn't take itself seriously. It parodies everything. It parodies real life world events as well. There's certain things that you're like, oh, I can't believe they actually said that, or they actually did that. There are moments like that you will see that you're like, whoa, they took this. That's taking it far, and you like think, oh, what the backlash is going to be like. But I think the most important thing about it is that it feels like The Boys. This is not season 3 where it feels weaker or feels like there's been a drop off in the quality. It's the opposite. It kind of feels consistent. It feels like it's still pushing boundaries. It's still poking fun at the superhero genre. It's also got a compelling story. For the most part, it's actually quite compelling to see what's going on. Yeah, there's certain arcs that are a little bit annoying. For example, I must say I'm not interested in anything that's happening with the Deep, or even A-Train as an example. I think they are characters that are they're trying to find, like, you'll see in the series, again, without getting into spoilers, this is the problem, and I'm trying to get this across. There are certain ways of trying to redeem them and trying to make them more interesting characters on the show. But I find that, because of everything that they've done in the past, it's very hard to sympathize with them or even empathize. And again, there will be moments that you'll see like, again, why do we even think that there would be any chance of them changing, that they would be any different? That's pretty much the main thing about them. They still seem to be the same despicable people they were 2 seasons ago. They're still the same people now. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it is still early days, so there could be some development there and some changes there. But yeah, there are some like minor arcs there that are not really that interesting compared to the other ones. But overall, I got to say, I mean, the Boys season 3, it's off to a really, really good start, and I think that fans are going to be in for a good time. There's going to be a lot of people talking about certain moments, that I guarantee. So if you have not watched it this weekend, and you're on Twitter or you're on social media, just do yourself a favor. Do yourself a flavor, yes, a flavor, because flavor is the right word here, because that's exactly what The Boys is. It's a flavor. It's a flavor that's not for everyone. But yeah, do yourselves a favor and do not look at the spoilers, because you want to see these things for the first time, because your jaw is going to drop. So yeah, make sure that if there's any chance of seeing it, just mute the words "The Boys" season 3 or "The Boys." Just mute that, and even the word "termite." Just do yourselves a favor, just mute that word. But yeah, once again, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope that you do check out The Boys, and you let me know what you thought of it. And as always, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, take care.